So we've talked about FDR being attacked from the right, the political right, the rich, his own people, the conservatives, the owners of land and production. But the New Deal in FDR was also attacked from the left as well. And one of the most famous opponents from the left was Huey Long. And this guy was really fascinating. This guy was just this braggadocio, bombastic kind of guy. He was a senator from Louisiana, and he criticized Roosevelt for, wait for it, not doing enough for the poor. His alternative to the New Deal was called the Share Our Wealth. He promised to confiscate any personal fortune over $3 million, and he would use that money to give each American family between $4,000 and $5,000 so they could buy a home and a car. He also promised a national minimum wage, old age pensions, and cheaper food for the poor. He also promised to make all education free in America. Who does that sound like? But the point is, with people like this, and there are going to be others that are going to come into the story, people like this, to some degree, actually gave FDR some cover because it made him look less radical. But as you're about to find out, that wasn't enough for those on the political and religious right. They still fought FDR with everything they could, and they came up with some new tools to go after him and his New Deal policies.
And what happened to Huey Long?
I think he was shot.
September 8th, 1935, Huey was at the courthouse.
Right.
He had been trying to get rid of one, it was at the state capitol actually, trying to get rid of one of his longtime opponents, a judge, Benjamin Henry Pavey.
Right.
Just after the passage of a bill which had basically removed Pavey as a judge, Pavey's son-in-law,
Oh, here we go.
Carl Weiss, a physician from Baton Rouge, walked up to Long and shot him in the stomach with a handgun from 4 feet away.
Oh, my God.
Huey Long's bodyguards shot back at Weiss, killing him.
Right.
An autopsy found that Weiss had been shot more than 60 times.
See, that doesn't make up
Long's
for being too slow.
bodyguards.
Your boss is still dead. I'm just saying.
Long died, according to various sources. His last words were either, "I wonder what will happen to my poor university boys," or "I have so much to do."
I think what he said was "to the strongest," but I could be wrong. I don't know.